It is time for a new construction update. Hey everybody, it is Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. The pace of opening up new communities certainly seems to be a little bit slower than it was a few years ago, but that does not mean there is not new news. So buckle up, we are going to do a pretty robust new construction update. Let's jump right in. Starting at the north end of Denver, and we'll work our way south. We've got KB Homes and their Turnberry collection in Commerce City. They have two collections in there, a single family home and villas collection. The model homes for their single family home collection are currently under construction. There are going to be 7 floor plans in here. And by the time you are all built out and you pick your lot and pay the fee for that, pick your structural selections, pick your design finishes, you are gonna be in the 600s for the single family home selections. Now, the villas, these are paired homes, what we've called duplexes. It's all about branding, right? Rebranding, getting rid of the stigma of a duplex. These are going to be in the $400,000 range for the most part by the time you pick your finishes. Something to know about these villas, they often give you the option of having an 8-foot ceiling or a 9-foot ceiling. Whoever picks the first side of the villa decides the ceiling height. It is an extra charge. The other side has to have the same ceiling height. Most people pick the 9-foot ceilings. It really does open up the space. The cost isn't too much and it is worth it, in terms of light and space and feeling. But if you come in second, you have to take whatever the first person chose. The prices right now are in the 400s. They do tend to go up pretty quickly. By the time this community closes out, they will probably be in the 600s. The KB also has the Legato community in Commerce City coming soon. There are 6 floor plans in here. There is no pricing available yet. Something to know as you're looking at these homes as they scroll by on the screen. If you didn't already realize this about KB, they use the square footage of the home as their model numbers. So if you see something that is, say, a 1574, then that home has 1,574 square feet. Moving west to Arvada. The biggest news over here is Taylor Morrison building over in the Candelas in their Trailstone collection. The Candelas is such a popular community and it is really just about built out. But there's been this little section in the middle that Taylor Morrison has been waiting to come in and fill out. Well, they are starting and there are 3 collections in there with them. And I even hear there may be some townhomes coming in by Taylor Morrison over there too. So their town, their city, and their destination collection. Each of these collections has 6 floor plans. The city collection typically does not come with a basement as standard. There have been collections where they didn't really offer it, but usually it's on a crawl space. If you want them to excavate the basement out, it is a substantial additional cost. And they don't always even offer to finish the basement. It just kind of depends on which city area they're building in, how they do that. The town collection is your smallest floor plan. It often does not come with a basement at all. It's built on crawl space. Finishing that basement space, if you can excavate it out, sometimes an option, sometimes not. But that's just for the town collection where that's the iffy kind of maybe, maybe not. Then you get to city and destination, always have a basement available, and then finishing is always an option. The above grade square footage range across all 3 of these collections is 1,600 to 3,800 square feet. So by the time you add the basement, you could be at a 5,500 square foot home easily. Again, this is in the Candelas. If you haven't seen my Arvada video, it is right here for you to check out. South to Lakewood to the Bellwood community, this little tiny enclave of semi-custom homes right next to the Belmar Shopping Center. Belmar really is the hub of Lakewood. It does not have a downtown area, but Belmar would be the closest thing to it. It is the large shopping district, very walkable. There are restaurants and shops in the outdoor area. You've got your Whole Foods, you've got your Target. There are some parks nearby. So having this enclave of custom homes right there where you could pop over and walk to this area is pretty nice. Now, if you're looking for something smaller, both in size and budget, I have some options for you. Thrive is building both 2-story and 3-story townhomes in Denver in kind of the Santa Fe Hamden area. Thrive is all about being green. These homes are all electric. That means you do not have a gas-fueled furnace. You are not going to have a gas range. That for some people may be an utter deal breaker. but they are striving to give you a green home. And after this past winter, extra cold winter, when we saw natural gas prices spike, having an all-electric home really will help you keep a bit more restraint on your utility bills. The prices for both of these products are generally running below the $600,000 point right now. Of course, as with everything in the real estate market, generally, those are going to go up over time. Also in the Denver area, we have some awesome product in the Baker neighborhood. 9 modern row homes done by Boulevard 55 that come with 2-car attached garages, or attached parking in Denver. Fantastic. These are located just a couple blocks off Broadway, which gives you fantastic access to eateries. You've got Snooze nearby. You'll have breweries, donut places, ice cream shops, local places to go grab some groceries. There's an Irish pub nearby, some good sushi. So since these row homes are giving you an awesome walkable lifestyle, you can guess they're coming with a pretty price tag of around $900,000 or more. Boulevard 55 also picked up some spots right near Sloan's Lake that have rooftop decks giving you views of the mountains, views toward the city. As you might imagine, those come with an even heftier price tag, $1 million plus. They're even offering some elements you might not normally see. Detached casitas, i.e. ADUs, meaning you can get some rent out of those. And then some smaller interior spaces meant for flex rooms or Zoom rooms for that remote work. And if you're familiar with the Sloan's Lake area, there are some walkable spots nearby and some great little downtown areas with shopping and boutiques, all of that good stuff too. So it is no surprise that these are hitting the $1 million or more mark. If the Boulevard 55 name seems familiar, it's because we have talked about them before. They have a 55 plus community in Castle Rock. We do have a little bit more news with them. They have put out their lot map. So now we can actually see a little bit of the configurations of the streets and the layout of the community. We still don't have pricing yet, so they are just trickling out little bits of information here and there. They also, as a builder, have a new community that is just opened up. It's in Aurora. It is called Kingston Court. It is a low maintenance community, kind of patio home style. So if you're wanting something like that and willing to go a little bit to the east, there is another option with them as well. Staying with Aurora, Taylor Morrison has opened up some new collections in Aurora Highlands. Now, I was going to kind of skim over this one because Aurora Highlands has not been a hot location for a lot of my clients. However, I stopped into one of the collections over here in Aurora Highlands and Taylor Morrison with one of my clients this past week, and this one was a really popular collection to me, to my client, and based on the sales, and they had just opened up that week. It is their ranch paired home collection. All right, so AKA paired home duplex, right? The fact that these are ranch paired homes is what is making them fly off the shelves. So many paired homes, Lennars, KBs, you name it, they are 2-story. Occasionally, we'll find a builder who does a ranch paired home on the end unit or a ranch home on an end of a townhome, but these are all ranch paired homes. And they are so spacious. The closets were big, the bathrooms were big, the full footprint basement that you have the option to finish was really big. Some of them had garden level windows, most were in ground, no walkout, but really nice living space. My clients just texted me actually before I started this part of the video and said, hey, we are going back and putting down a deposit. We're going to hold them. And this is probably what we're going to do. They are actually going to be doing an adult kid combo side by side. This is my second set of families that have done the kid adult want to live next to each other in a paired home situation. So more and more builders are coming out into Aurora Highlands. TriPoint is opening up some new collections. But of all the things that are out there, if you're wanting something ranch, wanting something smaller, wanting something affordable, this one is probably the most exciting. TriPoint, as I mentioned, is adding 3 new collections in Aurora Highlands as well. And if you haven't seen Aurora Highlands or don't know much about it, you can check out that video right here. Oh my goodness, y'all, I am only halfway through my notes on this market update, and I realize this video is getting a little long in the tooth, so we are gonna hit the pause button and wrap it up for this week. Come back next week. We are gonna talk more about Aurora and then cover all of South Denver and those new construction updates. But if you have any questions about new builds or what it is like to get a new home in Denver for you as you move here, please reach out. You know, I always love to connect, and I will, of course, see y'all next week.